This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
A traveling memorial gives residents in Schuylkill County the chance to remember those who died serving the country during the Vietnam War. That story is next. Happy Friday, friends, and thanks for watching us in HD on Service Electric Cablevision, Channel 513, and in SD on Channel 13. I'm Ken Carr with a reminder to download the Samsung Productions app to stream us on your TV with Apple TV and Google Chromecast. And now here's your Friday headlines from SSPTV and the Hazleton Standard Speaker. An investigation into claims of child abuse has led to the arrest of a Hazleton couple. 35-year-old Jamal Williams and 30-year-old Jennifer Marie Collins are facing a list of charges following an investigation by Hazleton Police, the Luzerne County District Attorney's Office, and Children and Youth. According to Police Chief Jerry Speziali, the investigation revealed that the four children, ages 10, 9, 4, and 3, were subjected to repeated whippings with leather belts. They were beaten with hangers, burned with cigarettes, and forced to drink hot sauce. There were barrel locks on the exterior of the bedroom doors so they could be locked in their bedrooms, and the house was found to be in filthy condition. The children were taken into protective custody on January 18th. A replica of the Vietnam Veterans Memorial is on display in Schuylkill County. This traveling half-size replica of the wall in Washington, D.C. is called the Moving Wall. Opening ceremonies were held yesterday after its arrival at the island in Schuylkill County. It contains the names of 58,000 servicemen and women killed in battle. The wall will remain on display this weekend. It will be disassembled Monday morning and transported to its next stop in Michigan. Tuesday is the primary election in Pennsylvania, and here in our area, races of interest include the newly drawn 8th and 9th congressional district matchups. In the 8th District, 3 Republicans are vying for the nod. They include John Schrin, Robert Knagle, and Joe Peters. The 8th District includes all of Lackawanna, Wayne, and Pike counties and parts of Monroe and Luzerne counties, including Hazleton, West Hazleton, Butler Township, and part of Hazel Township. The winner will face incumbent Congressman Matt Cartwright. In the 9th Congressional District, there are 3 candidates on the ticket. The Democrats are Laura Quick, Gary Wegman, and Denny Wolf. The Republicans are George Halkovich, Dan Muser, and Scott Eulinger. The newly created 9th District includes Schuylkill, Carbon, Columbia, Lebanon, and Montour counties and parts of Berks, Northumberland, and Luzerne counties. It includes part of Hazel Township and Cunningham. Meanwhile, incumbent Congressman Lou Barletta is now running for the U.S. Senate. He's facing a challenge in the primary from Jim Christiana of Beaver County. The winner will square off against incumbent Democratic Senator Bob Casey Jr. from Lackawanna County. Local incumbents Senator John Udechak and State Representative Tara Toohill are unopposed. Incumbent State Representative Jared Mullery is unopposed for the primary, but will face Justin Behrens for the Republican challenger in the fall. And of course, there is the race for the Republican nominee for governor and the race for lieutenant governor. And SSPTV News will once again provide the area's most comprehensive election night coverage. Join the experienced team of Sam Lassant, Michael DeCosmo, Rick Morelli, Charles McElwee, and Vince Benedetto. Coverage and analysis begins Tuesday night at 8 p.m. on SSPTV. We were there on Tuesday as the random drawing was held. Now here are the winners of the Laurel Mall's Mother's Day contest. Karen Garrity of Tamaqua was the grand prize winner of the $350 Laurel Mall gift certificate. Sharon Garshall of Hazel Township won the $100 gift certificate. And then there was Jeff Payne of Tresco. He won the online $50 gift certificate, courtesy of the Standard Speaker. The warmer weather has finally arrived, and that means more people hitting the highways for road trips. Is your car ready for summer? Here's our John Eric Poli with some auto advice.
Well, the last time we did these auto advice segments, it was cold out. I had a shirt, tie, a long sleeve sweater on. Mark, I'm pretty sure you had a sweater on too. Oh, yeah. So I'm joined by Mark Ondition, the owner of Luzerne Tire. And Mark, let's start with some warm weather stuff. So this time of the year, it's getting warmer now. So what do you do to make sure your car doesn't overheat and make sure your coolant system is good to go?
Overheating, want to make sure the coolant system is good, it's full, the antifreeze is clean, and all the systems are working, the electric fans, all those things that help keep it cool.
Okay, and antifreeze is something that we talked about in our previous segments that we did with you. Can you just give us a little crash course? What are some things to check out with the antifreeze and make sure everything's good there?
Just what I said, usually we could open up the reservoir, make sure that the coolant is clean, it's full. We have what's called like a pyrometer that we would dip in there and take a sample of the coolant, and we see where it's set for the cold weather. Warm weather we don't worry about so much, but we want to make sure that the antifreeze is nice and clean.
Okay, now let's transition to air conditioning. This time of the year, we love air conditioning, and I'm sure you're starting to get some problems, seeing cars come in with some air conditioning problems. What are some of the things that you look for when you're fixing air conditioning?
Well, of course, the complaint. We always look for what's the problem, why isn't it working? And most people say, I turn it on and it's warm. So usually what we recommend people to do is we charge one flat fee, which is $89.95, and we'll charge it up with refrigerant or Freon. Our 134 is mostly everything. Also, we inject a dye into the system. And when we inject that dye, the dye will light up under black light if we have a leak. And sometimes it doesn't always happen the day we check it. And the customer will have to come back, and then at that time we'll check, because most of the time it leaked out again. So that's how we look for leaks.
And you said you advise that you don't try to fix the air conditioning yourself, let the professionals handle it, because it's a serious deal.
Yes, yes. And fooling around with AC is something should be done by somebody that knows, a professional. They have those little fix-it kits where you could put some in there, and that's okay, but you're only looking on one side of the system. There's two sides. There's a high side and a low side. And we always like to monitor the high side to know where we are as far as how much refrigerant's going in there. We don't want to overdo it, because if the relief valve gets stuck, every system has a relief valve for overcharging. If that pressure is overcharged and that valve sticks, you can blow a line off and get hurt, seriously hurt. So that's why it's best to bring it in.
All right, well, thanks, Mark. Yeah. Mark, obviously, you always give such helpful hints. Remember, if you have a car problem, you can bring them here to Loser and Tire. And Mark, we'll be back with us for more segments right here on SSP TV News.
Thanks, John. Get ready for another exciting new episode of The Girls. Tonight, Deb and Janine talk with Robin Marie, a life coach and holistic practitioner. This brand new episode premieres tonight at 9 p.m. on SSPTV, and you can watch any episode anytime with our free Samsung Productions app. Download it today. You can also watch online at ssptv.com. And for all of our SSPTV programming, remember to pick up the TV Weekly insert found in each Sunday's edition of the Standard Speaker, and don't forget to clip the money-saving coupon as well. Coming up, 2 more Hazleton area athletes are continuing their careers in college. We'll tell you who and in what sports. Plus, Ron Marchetti is here. And next, let the music take you into the weekend. Another Music on the Menu segment with our Janine Lassant. This is SSP TV News, your place for 24 hours of your hometown news and information.
This is SSPTV News, brought to you by Samsung Productions and the Hazleton Standard Speaker.
We're here at Mohegan Sun Pocono. We're back here at the river, and we're with Alan Stout, again celebrating 25 years doing music on the menu. If people ask, do you get bored with this job after 25 years? I would assume the answer is no.
No, because with the radio show, I'm always getting new music. I mean, just this year we got, some great new records that we've been playing on the show every week. Some of the artists that I've known for years, some of them that I never heard of at Christmas time. And new people are emerging all the time. Some of the people who have been doing it for a long time are still making great records.
Yes, very local. So aside from that, you have interviewed several famous musicians and artists over the last 25 years. How did you end up working with Motley Crue? Because that was one of my questions I had down here.
I did it. Motley Crue played the Kirby Center in 1998.
Okay.
And this was kind of at post-grunge, all those metal bands from the 80s kind of got kicked to the curb for a while in the early 90s when Pearl Jam and Soundgarden, Nirvana came out. All of a sudden they were no longer in vogue. And they were struggling commercially for a while. To the point where Motley Crue was playing the Kirby, which is an 1,800-seat venue. But I wrote this story, and I interviewed Vince Neil, and I'd interviewed Nikki Sixx a couple of times too, so I guess they kind of knew me. And I basically said, something, I think my lead on my story was Vince Neil could see the light at the end of the tunnel, because you could see the grunge was starting to wane, and the people were kind of sick of all that downtrodden stuff, and they were looking to party again, and maybe some of those bands would enjoy some comeback. So I interviewed him, and we talked about that. We talked about what the band had gone through and him quitting. It was the cover story of the Guide in the Times Leader, our entertainment section. It got picked up on the National Wire, ran all over the country. And a couple of weeks later, I got a call from their publicist asking me if I wanted to work with them on writing the liner notes to all of the reissues of all their albums. And so I said, sure. And I had to take a couple days off from work because it was a big job. You know, guys from Motley Crue were calling me 24/7, you know, doing interviews with, looking back on all of their records and remembering the recording of this album or that album or these bonus tracks that they had found. And Nikki Sixx did most of it. Tommy Lee was funny. He was never calling when he was supposed to. And all the other guys were calling right on time and doing the interviews. And Tommy Lee was never calling, and you know, projects need to be done.
Yeah, we have got deadlines in this
we have
business.
deadlines. And I'm talking to their publicist, a great guy, and he said, all right, Nikki's going to pick it up. I don't know what's going on. And Nikki and I are emailing each other, and we can't understand what's going on with Tommy Lee. And we literally found out maybe a couple weeks after we finished the project that Tommy quit.
Oh, well, there you go. That's why he wasn't calling.
So yeah, Pamela was reeling him in a little bit, I guess. They wanted him going back out on the road or something like that. Or
He was done.
That may have been when he was into his rap rock, Kid Rock phase, you
There
know,
you go.
the Limp Bizkit era. And so, and then Nikki and I were talking about it afterwards, like, well, even if you're going to quit the band, why not do the retrospectives? Why not still, you could still give your memories of recording Dr. Feelgood or you know, Shout at the Devil. You know, it doesn't mean moving forward, those memories are going to be on those records forever.
Exactly.
So it's kind of weird. It was a fun experience, and that's how it came about.
We have a lot of memories, and we're sharing them with you here on SSPTV each week.
Time now for weather on SSPTV News.
Rain moving into the area for tonight and Saturday. Here's a look at our forecast from the National Weather Service. Tonight, 60% chance of some showers, mostly cloudy, low of 47 degrees. And then on Saturday, we have an 80% chance of some showers, high of 68 degrees. New rainfall amounts between 1/4 and 1/2 of an inch possible, maybe a thunderstorm. Saturday night, showers likely, 70% chance, possibly a thunderstorm, low of 50 degrees. Sunday, a 50% chance of showers, cloudy with a high of 61. Sunday night, we have a 40% chance of showers, mostly cloudy, low of 50 degrees. Monday is mostly cloudy with a high near 72. Monday night, partly cloudy, low of 56 degrees. Tuesday, we do have a 30% chance of showers after 2 p.m., a high of 77. And at night, 30% chance of showers, mostly cloudy, low of 59 degrees.
Tonight's weather is brought to you by Valley High Food Drive-In, the area's oldest ice cream and fast food restaurant. Stop by for our ice cream and yogurt, now featuring fat-free, no sugar-added soft frozen yogurt with flavors like vanilla, strawberry, and strawberries and cream. We also have burgers, hot dogs, fries, and much more. For daily hours, call 570-455-5362. That's Valley High, Route 93 in West Hazleton, and like us on Facebook.
Friday's midday winning lottery numbers from the Pennsylvania Lottery. Pick 2, 4, 4, pick 3, 6, 7, 1, pick 4, 4, 2, 2, 5, pick 5, 2, 6, 8, 8, 0. Wild number is 2. I know I shouldn't play favorites, but the dog and adopt me today is really cool.
Hello again. Here I have with me Gabriella. Gabriella is a young adult, approximately 1-year-old terrier mix, who, as you can see, is very friendly and affectionate and loves people. We're not sure what she's like with other dogs, so as always, if you have a dog of your own and are considering adopting her, we would need to do a meet and greet to make sure they get along. Gabriella here is already spayed, current on all of her vaccines, including her rabies and distemper shots. She's also been tested for heartworm and Lyme disease and has come up negative for both. Gabriella is also microchipped. That's it for this week's dog. Let's have a look at our cats. And here I have with me Pip. Pip is a new addition to our female colony, and like all of our cats, she's already spayed, current on her vaccines, including her feline distemper and rabies shots, and she's also been tested for feline leukemia and FIV. Pip here is also microchipped. Like all kittens, she's very affectionate, playful, and inquisitive. She loves to climb and prefers to be up on your shoulder rather than on your lap or in your arms. Pip has a few siblings down here at the shelter with whom she gets along very well, so we think she'd do okay in a home where there's already cats there. That's it for this week's pets. If anybody at home is interested in adopting Gabriella, Pip here, or any of the other animals we have up for adoption, please come on down to the Hazleton Animal Shelter here at 101 North Poplar Street.
Time now for sports on SSPTV News.
'Tis the season for college signings, and we have two more to tell you about from the Hazleton Area High School. Michaela Cavanis will be off to Misericordia University to play field hockey and study medical imaging. I asked her about her 4 years playing in the tough Wyoming Valley Conference and how her coach Mary Kelly helped her out, and about what Misericordia saw in her play.
It was hard at times, but I felt like my coach being able to push me to my limits has made me a better person to this day. I think they liked how I was a team player and always passing the ball and being talkative on the field, so I think that's what they really liked.
Congratulations to Michaela. And Jenna Raypatch has been bowling for as long as she can remember. She says as soon as she could pick up a bowling ball, she was rolling gutter balls with her grandfather and father. She doesn't roll many, if any, gutter balls anymore. Raypatch finished 9th in the state this year in her 3rd trip to the state championships. She's earned a partial athletic scholarship to NCAA Division II school Caldwell University, where she wants to study nursing. We talked about that and facing tougher competition at the collegiate level.
Ever since I was little, my mom, my aunt, my great aunt, everybody you could think of in my family is a nursing major. So ever since I was little, they were always like, "Oh, you're gonna be a nurse." I'm like, "Yep, yeah." But ever since I was little, I always loved like just visiting my mom at work, being in the hospitals, playing around with like some stuff, and it interested me. I hope to just learn. I know a lot of girls out there, they're really competitive, and I just can't wait to go against them and learn from them, and just learn a whole different environment, which is way different than high school bowling.
Raypatch will get the chance to roll again with former high school teammate Jamie Kalaga at Caldwell. She'll be a senior on the bowling team. Tuning up for the postseason, the Hazleton area softball team avenged their only loss of the season on Thursday. Here's the SSPTV standard speaker scoreboard. Home runs by Marissa Tribalpiece and Olivia Wolk highlighted this 7-1 win over Pittston area. Dave Seaman has a full recap of the game in today's standard speaker. The Big HA baseball team holds a 4-2 lead over Pittston area. That game was suspended in the 4th because of lightning and will be continued. MMI beat GAR and Marcus Kasich drove in 6 runs. He hit a grand slam that ended the game. In the Russ Rothermill Tournament Championship game, North Schuylkill scored three late runs to take the title. Panther Valley beat Monoy area in baseball, and in softball, the Lady Bears lost to Pine Grove. Jada Shellhammer struck out 12 for Tamaqua in their win over Panther Valley. Miranda Chinchar was 3 for 3 with 3 RBIs. In girls lacrosse, Scranton Prep beat Hazleton area. Malia Hote scored 2 goals in the game. And now it's time for me to hand it off to Ron Marchetti for this week's edition of Short Shots.
Justify won the Kentucky Derby last Saturday on a very muddy track. I had picked Good Magic. He finished 2nd. Hi, everybody. On this Mother's Day weekend, this is Short Shots, a recap of the past 7 days. The Hazleton area Lady Cougars are this week's biggest story. They were very busy while winning 5 games over Blue Mountain, Wyoming Valley West, Coughlin, Central Bucks East, and yesterday, Pittston area, by a total of 38 runs. The state's #1 ranked softball team outscored their opposition this week 44-6. So it's safe to say the Lady Cougars are playing like a speeding locomotive out of control. Mother of God! Nats neutralizers are 17-1. The Hazleton area hardball team won 2 of 3 over Tunkhannock and Wyoming Valley West after losing to Parkland. They're 7-8. The second biggest story of the week, the Hazleton Swing Club announced that Joe Grula of Hazleton Area High won this year's Scotty Roman Award, which he richly deserved. Grula was a standout basketball and track and field athlete who had a heck of a season in both for the Cougars. He will be presented with that award on Thursday, June 7th at 6 p.m. at the Swing Club, 432 East 1st Street in Hazleton. For tickets, contact the club at 570-454-2923. Mark it down, 42923. What else? Former outstanding Lady Cougar, Samantha Varela, now a junior at Penn State Hazleton, was named Penn State University Athletic Conference Softball Player of the Year for the 2nd year in a row after having her 2nd monster season in a row. Marion Catholic champion runner Tina Caparel won the 800 and 1600 runs in the Schuylkill League Track and Field Championships in Orwigsburg. Adrian Otero, who completed his tremendous Cougar football career, competed in the 17th annual PA Scholastic Football Coaches Association All-Star Game last Sunday at Mansion Park in Altoona. Otero was credited with 7 tackles in that game. Hazelton Area's volleyball team closed out its regular season with a win over Hanover. They ended their WVC campaign with an 8-4 record and are awaiting playoff competition. Jim Paxton pitched a no-hitter for the Seattle Mariners. Albert Pujols of the LA Angels got his 3,000th hit, the 32nd major leaguer player to do that. And Gleyber Torres became the youngest Yankee player to ever hit a walk-off home run at age 21. 41 days younger than Mickey Mantle when he did it off Ellis Cantor of the Red Sox in 1953, 65 years ago. Torres did it against the Indians on Tuesday night. Treat mom with a breakfast at the Elks on Sunday. Happy Mother's Day, everybody. Till Monday, be a good sport. And stay loose.
Good evening, everyone. Here's today's Talk of the Town. The Tamaqua Community Arts Center will be presenting Rumors on May 18th at 7 p.m. and on May 19th at 2 p.m. and 7 p.m. Tickets are $12 for general admission and $10 for students and seniors. For more information, you can get in touch with the Tamaqua Community Arts Center at the number or website on your screen. The Fritzingertown Senior Living Community will be having their Spring Craft and Vendor Fair on Saturday, May 19th from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. Proceeds will benefit Beads of Courage. For more information, you can get in touch with Sharon Albright at the number on your screen. And with today's social report, with the 11th annual Shenandoah Kilbasi Festival being held on May 19th from 11 a.m. until 5 p.m. on North Main Street in Shenandoah. For more information, you can call 570-462-2060. And that's today's Talk of the Town. SSPTV News would like to send our sincere condolences to the family and friends of these who recently departed. Daniel Brighthop of Drums. Funeral will be Monday at 11 a.m. at the Harmon Funeral Home in Drums. Friends may call Monday from 10 to 11 a.m. at the funeral home. Cody Kamensky of Bloomsburg. Services will be private under the Harmon Funeral Home in Drums. And Dominic Chuck Morenci of Allentown. Mass is Tuesday at 11 a.m. at St. Catherine of Siena Church in Allentown. Friends may call Tuesday from 9:30 to 10:45 a.m. at the Robert C. Weir Funeral Home in Allentown. Attention pay-per-view subscribers. If you see your name now on SSPTV News, you can call in and win a free movie from Service Electric Cablevision. Today's winner is Joan Legg of Freeland. Call now and leave a message at 570-455-7267 extension 104 for your free movie.
Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there this weekend. That includes our Lisa Sugar back in the control room, Teresa, our secretary, out front in the building, and Deb and Janine Lasan, who you can watch tonight. I think it's at 9 p.m. All new episode of The Girls. Make sure you check that out. And if you missed anything local TV this weekend, any of our stories, you can download that Samsung Productions app. It's all right there, or subscribe to our YouTube channel. More fun next week. We have Marion baseball coming your way, Hazelton area baseball. Also, as well as spring sports season is coming to a close. District playoff state championships coming up. So stick with us. I'll see you then. Take it easy, everyone.
Watch us online anytime at ssptv.com and follow us on Facebook and Twitter.